Welcome to FlyEaglesFly News, where Eagles fans get the latest, fastest, and hottest updates. Hit subscribe and fly high with us. In an absolutely shocking move that has sent tremors through the NFL landscape, the Philadelphia Eagles are reportedly closing in on signing Myles GARRETT, a player whose reputation as one of the most dominant defensive forces in recent memory precedes him. Sources suggest that negotiations have accelerated at an unprecedented pace. And while nothing is officially confirmed, the chatter among insiders and analysts points to a blockbuster acquisition that could redefine the Eagles' defensive identity. GARRETT, known for his combination of explosive speed, raw power, and relentless pursuit of quarterbacks, has long been the subject of speculation and trade rumors. But few could have anticipated such a bold approach from Philadelphia, a team that has consistently demonstrated both ambition and strategic precision in its roster building. Imagine the implications. A defensive line anchored by GARRETT could drastically alter the way opposing offenses game plan against the Eagles, forcing quarterbacks to reconsider every snap and leaving running backs constantly wary of a blitzing nightmare. For fans, the prospect alone is enough to ignite excitement and speculation across social media platforms, podcasts, and sports networks, fueling debates about how this acquisition could shift the balance of power within the NFC and potentially the entire league. What makes this rumored move even more fascinating is the timing and context surrounding it. GARRETT has spent several seasons with his current team, establishing himself as a perennial Pro Bowler and a cornerstone of a defense that has consistently ranked among the league's elite in sacks and pressure rates. Yet whispers of dissatisfaction, combined with Philadelphia's clear need to reinforce its pass rush and defensive line depth, seem to have created the perfect storm for a potential blockbuster. Analysts are already dissecting the possible ramifications, from salary cap maneuvering to scheme adjustments under the Eagles' defensive coordinator, whose innovative approaches could unlock even more of GARRETT's disruptive potential. There's also the chemistry factor to consider. How would GARRETT integrate with existing stars, both on defense and across the locker room? Rumors hint that the team's leadership views him not just as a player, but as a transformative presence capable of mentoring younger talents, while simultaneously elevating the team's overall identity. The mere thought of this fusion of talent has fans buzzing and rivals nervously recalculating strategies, making the speculation almost as thrilling as the potential reality itself. Financial and logistical considerations also add layers of intrigue to this unfolding narrative. GARRETT's contract situation, previous performance incentives, and potential guarantees are being dissected by insiders who speculate on how Philadelphia could structure a deal that satisfies both the player and the front office. Questions abound. Would this move involve significant draft capital, salary cap adjustments, or creative structuring to accommodate other roster priorities? Every angle is being analyzed, with sports journalists, former players, and analysts weighing in on the likelihood and impact of such a deal. The ripple effects extend far beyond just one team. If the Eagles successfully secure GARRETT, it could trigger a cascade of adjustments throughout the league, with rival teams scrambling to shore up pass rushes and defensive strategies. It is the kind of move that transforms off-season chatter into near-constant headlines, keeping fans, commentators, and even casual observers glued to every snippet of information, speculation, and hint of confirmation. Philadelphia's approach, if true, demonstrates a level of ambition that rivals only a handful of franchises, signaling that the Eagles are serious about not just competing, but dominating in the coming season. Adding to the drama is the historical context of GARRETT's career and the potential narrative arcs that could emerge if he joins Philadelphia, known for his explosive first step, relentless motor, and ability to change the course of a game with a single play. GARRETT brings more than just statistics to the table. He brings a presence that can intimidate, inspire, and fundamentally alter the way teams approach every matchup. For Philadelphia, a city that prides itself on toughness, resilience, and a rich football tradition, adding a talent of GARRETT's caliber could symbolize a new era of dominance. Rumors suggest that internal discussions within the organization have centered around how to maximize his strengths within their existing defensive schemes, with coaches envisioning innovative blitz packages, stunts, and alignment shifts designed to leverage GARRETT's unparalleled skill set. Fans are already envisioning game-changing scenarios, turnovers, critical sacks, and defensive standouts that could define the team's narrative for an entire season, all fueled by the potential addition of this superstar pass rusher. speculation, after all, is a key ingredient in sports culture, and this story has every element needed to dominate headlines, conversations, and highlight reels for months to come. The speculation is further intensified by social media reactions and insider chatter that suggests the deal is closer than ever, even as official confirmation remains elusive. Leaks, hints, and subtle nods from agents, former teammates, and team insiders have created a sense of anticipation, bordering on frenzy among Eagles supporters, who are already imagining a defensive lineup capable of challenging any offense in the league. Conversations on forums, podcasts, and Twitter threads dissect potential game plans, how Garrett could pair with current stars, and whether his presence could propel the team to a new level of performance. The excitement is infectious, transcending traditional boundaries between fans and analysts, creating a narrative that feels alive, urgent, and almost cinematic. Even skeptics find themselves drawn in, compelled to consider scenarios that seemed impossible before. Imagining a Philadelphia defense that combines strategy, aggression, and raw talent in a way that few teams can match. The rumor, if it materializes, promises not just a roster addition, but a cultural and psychological shift that resonates far beyond the field. Finally, part of what makes this speculation so tantalizing is the unknown, the what-if factor. That keeps fans and analysts alike on the edge of their seats. The NFL is a league built on unpredictability, and few rumors capture that essence better than a potential Myles Garrett move to the Eagles. Every angle, from tactical adjustments to team chemistry, financial considerations to media narratives, feeds into a storyline that feels larger than life. Fans are not just following a transaction, they are watching the possible birth of a defensive identity, a game-changing chapter in a franchise's ongoing story. The air is thick with anticipation, and every subtle development is dissected for hidden meaning, making this one of the most captivating narratives of the season. Whether or not the deal is finalized, Philadelphia seems poised on the brink of something monumental, and the league is watching, wondering if this speculation will solidify into reality, forever altering the balance of power in the NFL. As the rumor mill continues to churn, speculation about how Myles Garrett's arrival could impact the Eagles' overall strategy is reaching fever pitch. The defensive line, already respected for its versatility and aggression, could be transformed into a unit that strikes fear into the hearts of opposing quarterbacks. Analysts speculate that coaches might implement creative schemes that utilize Garrett's unique blend of size, speed, and intelligence, allowing him to dominate not just as a pass rusher, but as a playmaker capable of forcing turnovers and creating momentum-shifting moments. Social media chatter imagines Garrett lining up across from different defensive tackles each week, wreaking havoc on blocking schemes and dictating the flow of games beyond the X's and O's. The psychological impact of his potential presence cannot be overstated. Teams may alter game plans simply to account for his threat, while Eagles players could gain confidence and swagger knowing they have a true superstar anchoring their defense. The ripple effect extends to every level of the organization, from coaching decisions to practice intensity, creating an environment where competition, accountability, and opportunity are elevated across the board. There is also significant speculation about how Garrett's presence could influence Philadelphia's identity as a team, historically known for toughness, grit, and a blue-collar mentality. The Eagles could now be seen as a team willing to make bold, decisive moves to secure elite talent. Fans are imagining a defense that not only pressures quarterbacks relentlessly, but also commands respect with every snap, redefining rivalries and injecting new intensity into long-standing matchups. Rumors indicate that internal discussions have focused on balancing Garrett's star power with existing leadership, ensuring that his arrival complements rather than disrupts the locker room dynamic. Analysts ponder the potential mentorship opportunities for younger players, envisioning Garrett as both a mentor and a catalyst for development, someone whose influence extends far beyond the stat sheet. The narrative emerging is not just about one player, it is about culture, strategy, and the creation of a defensive powerhouse that could dominate headlines and redefine expectations for seasons to come. Financial implications add yet another layer to the intrigue. Garrett's acquisition, if confirmed, would represent a significant investment, prompting speculation about salary cap management, potential restructures, and long-term planning. Analysts debate whether the Eagles are willing to sacrifice short-term flexibility to secure immediate impact, weighing the potential rewards against the risks inherent in signing a player of such caliber. Every rumor about contract structure, signing bonuses, and incentive clauses is scrutinized for hidden meaning, fueling fan discussions about how this move could shape the team's roster-building philosophy for years. The uncertainty surrounding these elements adds to the drama, as every new leak, insider report, or cryptic social media post becomes fodder for speculation. Fans and analysts alike dissect every detail, imagining scenarios where Garrett's presence not only elevates the defense, but also transforms the team's strategic approach, pushing Philadelphia into conversations about Super Bowl contention and long-term dominance. The strategic implications for the Eagles' coaching staff are equally compelling. Garrett's arrival could prompt a redesign of defensive schemes, introducing new blitz packages, coverage rotations, and alignment strategies aimed at maximizing his disruptive potential. Rumors suggest that coordinators are already envisioning creative ways to exploit Garrett's versatility, including stunts, twists, and specialized matchups that could neutralize even the league's most formidable offensive lines. Beyond tactics, the presence of a player of Garrett's caliber could enhance team morale, intensify practice sessions, and elevate the performance of surrounding players, creating a synergistic effect that magnifies overall defensive impact. Speculation about potential adjustments keeps fans and analysts engaged, as everyone debates how to best integrate a superstar into an already competitive roster, imagining scenarios that range from immediate game-changing impact to long-term evolution of the team's defensive philosophy. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Off-field narratives also contribute to the frenzy surrounding this rumor. Garrett's personality, leadership qualities, and previous public statements are being analyzed for hints about how he might fit into the Eagles culture. Fans speculate about interactions with current stars, media interviews, and potential community involvement, imagining the storylines that could emerge from such a high-profile addition. The narrative extends beyond mere statistics and game performance. It touches on team branding, fan engagement, and the broader cultural resonance of bringing in a player of Garrett's stature. Social media platforms amplify every rumor, leak, and insider tip, creating a dynamic ecosystem where speculation and excitement feed into each other, making the anticipation nearly as thrilling as the confirmed reality itself. Even rival teams are reportedly paying close attention to this unfolding story. Rumors indicate that opponents are reassessing strategies, considering how Garrett's potential arrival could alter defensive matchups and influence game planning throughout the season. The mere speculation has already created a sense of urgency in front offices across the league, prompting hypothetical scenarios about trades, free agency moves, and adjustments to protect their own offensive lines. Analysts debate not only the impact on Philadelphia, but also the domino effect on the wider NFL landscape, imagining a shift in the balance of power that could reverberate through multiple divisions. This makes the rumor doubly compelling. It is both a potential game changer for one team and a catalyst for league-wide strategic recalculations, demonstrating how a single player, even in speculation, can command attention and influence decisions far beyond their own roster. Finally, the human element adds emotional depth to this speculation. Fans, players, and media alike are invested in the narrative, imagining the stories that could unfold on the field, in the locker room, and in the city itself. Garrett's arrival could be framed as a transformative chapter in the Eagles' ongoing story, inspiring hope, excitement, and debate among supporters. Rumors suggest that internal conversations have revolved around maximizing not only his athletic impact, but also the cultural and motivational influence he could bring to the team. Whether this move materializes or remains speculation, the anticipation it generates illustrates the power of elite talent to capture the imagination, shape narratives, and elevate a franchise's identity. For the Eagles, for Garrett, and for the NFL at large, this story, rumor or reality, has already become a defining conversation, setting the stage for a season full of potential drama, dominance, and unforgettable moments. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.